And welcome to Auburndale High School for tonight's WIAA Division 6 Level 3 playoff game between the number 2 seed Stratford Tigers and the number 1 seed Auburndale Eagles. For one of these two teams, a win tonight advances them to the state semifinal game next Friday night, and for the losing team, your season comes to a disappointing end. Along with Gavin Zolik, Garrett Short, and Steve Mays, I'm Dan Leonard, and we thank you for joining us tonight for the game here on Zaleski Sports. Head coach Jay Anderson and the Auburndale Eagles come into tonight's game with a 10-1 overall record, and were 6-1 in the Merriwood Conference behind conference champion the Edgar Wildcats. Auburndale opened their playoffs with a come-from-behind victory over the Marathon Red Raiders, 21-18, then defeated Coleman last Friday night by a score of 33-22. Stratford, meanwhile, trounced WIAA Fremont 49-0 in the opening round of the playoffs, and last Friday night in Level 2 handled Mondovi Buffaloes by a score of 21-0. Head coach Jason Tubbs and the Stratford Tigers are also 10-1 on the season and 7-0 in the Central Wisconsin Large School Conference and were conference champions. Both teams' only loss this season is to undefeated Edgar. These two teams were once longtime foes in the old Merriwood Conference, but have not played each other since 2019. Auburndale last played in a Level 3 playoff game back in 2021 and was defeated then by the Colby Hornets, who went on to win a state championship that season. Stratford is defending state champions in Division 6 and once again are looking to make a run for a return trip to Camp Randall in Madison. We're going to take a quick time out for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back. We'll take a closer look at these two teams as they get ready for Division 6 Level 3 action.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Back here at Auburndale High School, getting ready for Division 6 Level 3 playoff action. Auburndale is led by their fine senior quarterback, Caden Anderson, who last week in their victory over Coleman rushed for 196 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also completed 8 of his 12 pass attempts for 78 yards and 2 TDs. Evan Scholl rushed for 55 yards and caught 3 passes for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Eagles. For the season, Anderson has passed for over 1,024 yards with 15 touchdowns, completing just under 50% of his pass attempts. Anderson has also rushed for 908 yards and 16 touchdowns on the season. Evan Scholl leads the Eagles in rushing with 1,003 yards and 8 touchdowns and is averaging an impressive 6.2 yards per carry on the season. The Eagles' leading receiver on the season is Blake Robb with 25 receptions for 246 yards and 6 TDs. In their game last Friday night against Coleman, the Eagles defense allowed 335 rushing yards on the game, but held the Cougars to 0 yards passing on just 2 pass attempts for the game. For the season, the Eagles are averaging 166 yards per game on the ground and 83 yards per game through the air. For the Stratford Tigers last week in their Level 2 playoff win over Mondovi, the Tigers controlled the ball on the clock most of the first half, but only led 14-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, Mondovi turned the tables on the Tigers, did a fine job of moving the ball, but were unable to crack the end zone and trailed 14-0 at the end of 3. The Tigers did score with 1:41 to go in the game on a Jack Tubbs to Gavin Leonard 32-yard touchdown pass to close out the 21-0 win over the Mondovi Buffaloes. The Tigers rushed for 294 yards in that game and added another 95 yards in the air for a total of 389 yards in the game. Kohler Kilsey once again led the Tiger rushing attack with 121 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Gavin Leonard had his best game of the season rushing by adding 113 yards and also caught 2 passes for 65 yards and another TD. For the season, Kilty now has 1,420 yards rushing with 17 touchdowns. Jack Tubbs has 1,191 yards passing with 20 touchdowns and just 1 interception on the season. The Tigers' leading receivers for the season are Leonard, Peyton Glenn, and Jet Shaner, who have combined for 15 touchdowns on the season. The defense allowed only 48 yards rushing for the game on 22 carries, but did give up 81 yards in the air against Mondovi. So what do all these numbers tell us as we get ready for tonight's game? Well, we think Auburndale will try to run the ball against the Tigers with Evan Scholl and Caden Anderson. However, that might play into the hands of the Tigers. There's a strength, they only give up 73 yards per game on the ground. Stratford, meanwhile, pounds the ball with Kilty, but are not as one-dimensional as other years and have some huge yards and points with their passing game this season. One telling stat is the first quarter. If the Tigers have outscored their opponents 203-7 this season so far. If the Eagles can score early and hold the Tigers off the scoreboard, we could have a tight one in the second half. At this time, we're going to join our colors being presented and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thorpe Field here at Auburndale High School for this Division 6 Level 3 playoff football game featuring the Stratford Tigers versus the Auburndale Eagles. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please direct right around the 42-yard line there. There is the flag of our great nation. That flag is a symbol of things that are sacred to us. The white stripes symbolize the purity of purpose and our freedom of thought, freedom of expression, and freedom of worship. Also in that flag, we see the red stripes of courage, our willingness to put our lives on the line, even die if necessary, for the preservation of American ideals. Then there's the blue of tranquility, upon which the stars of our states are united. We are indeed one nation. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, I ask you please stand. Please remove your hats. Veterans of the United States military, you may salute as the veterans of foreign wars present our national colors. We honor our nation, and especially those who serve us and have served us in our nation's military, as the Auburndale High School Pep Band plays our national anthem. standing until the colors have left the field. Once again, we are grateful to our veterans for presenting tonight's colors. Thank you, veterans, for your service. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the WIAA, Auburndale High School and Stratford High School require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. It is a privilege for us to be here, and so the expectation for all of us is to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. Please root your team on in a positive manner. Let the coaches coach, let the players play, let the officials do their job, and let's have a great game from everyone this evening. And now let's meet the starters for tonight's game. First for the Tigers, number 4, Jack Shane here. Number 11, Jack Tubbs. Number 13, Peyton Glenn. Number 21, Cole Tichy. Number 23, Gavin Leonard. Number 32, Kohler Kilty. Number 52, Matt Foltz. Number 56, Landon Zawislin. Number 66, Carter Lewick.
How are you going to do stats?
Number 68, Henry Zaleski.
Yeah, you're pretty good at them. So.
Number 75, Walker Weiss.
That's all I need to know.
Stratford is coached by assistants Marshall Lehman, Ryan Bloom, Kellen Kafka, Greg Walter, Blake Lehman, Kurt Schmidt, Scott Bauman, Chris Berg. Head coach, Jason Tubbs. And now the starting offense for the Auburndale Eagles. Number 2, Aiden Cherney. Number 4, Nathan Richardson. Number 5, Blake Rabb. Number 10, Caden Anderson. Number 16, Keegan Eppie. Number 23, Evan Scholl. Number 57, Hayden Lobner. Number 61, Asa Soppy. Number 64, Logan Nagel. Number 65, Kobe Nagel. And number 68, Gregory Brumman. Auburndale is coached by assistants Brandon Roberson, Mike Berkey, Steve Van Wyk, Dan Riley, Cooper Weinberger, Josh Van Schoit,
Auburndale High
Fletcher
School.
Rabb, head coach Jay Anderson.
National anthem has been played. The starting lineup.
Opening kickoff here at Auburndale High School. Once again, it's Division 6 Level 3 playoff action between the Stratford Tigers and the Auburndale Eagles. To begin tonight's game, Auburndale will be kicking to Stratford. Going deep for the Tigers will be Gavin Leonard and Jet Shaner. Doing the kicking, Emmett Neiman for the Eagles. Cool, but not a bad night here for early November playoff football action.
Auburndale set to kick off.
Nice crowd on hand. Both teams well represented. Only 15 miles away, so we're just about set. Neiman's got it teed up.
Gavin Leonard and Jet Shane here.
And here's the kick, a line drive. going to be bounced around and picked up by Gavin Leonard at around the 5-yard line. Breaks it out over the 15 and tackled inside the 20 around the 17-yard line. Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 17.
The kick puts it out over the 15-yard line.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there right off the bat for Stratford on the kickoff. I did have the opportunity to listen to your pregame show, Dan, and the big thing right now for Auburndale is limit the big plays for Stratford offensively. Auburndale's defense has given up a lot of big plays this year through the air and on the ground.
Tigers come out, 2 receivers split, 1 to each side. Leonard in the slot to the near. Here's the handoff to Kilty, right over the left guard. He's up over the 20, close to the 22 for a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, and as you would think, if you're Stratford, feed your beast. Kohler Kilty, obviously, you've had the great privilege of watching the Stratford team all year long. His dominant performance at the state championship game last year, they knew they had a lot coming back and looking to make a noise here early on in Auburndale.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Ball at the 22-yard line. Here's a handoff to Kilty once a time. Goes over the right side. Up to around the 17-yard line. Looks like he's going to be a yard shy. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
4 on the play, 3rd and 1 now for Stratford.
Yeah,
ball at the 22.
You also mentioned the big play abilities of Stratford this year. Jack Tubbs, 20 touchdowns through the air, only 1 interception. They can beat you in many different ways.
3rd and 1, big play early for both teams. Tigers go with the hard count. Here's the handoff to Kilty over the right guard. He's crosses the 30-yard line, taken down at the 33-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. It gives the Tigers a 1st down. First 3 plays, 15 yards by Kilty.
Yeah, and if your offensive line is going to dominate as Stratford has here in the first couple of plays, it's going to be a long night for Auburndale defensively. They just got to hunker down and see what they can do against this very good Stratford offense.
1st and 10, ball at the 33. 2 receivers split, 1 wide to each side. Once again, Kilty the lone running back next to Tubbs. Here's Kilty this time over the left side. He's up close to the 40. Driven backwards on the play. Blake Rabb on the stop.
Wrapped up by Gregory Brummond.
And Gregory Brummond on the stop. Gain of 6 by Kohler. Up to the 38-yard line.
Okay, if you're going to get 1st down runs of 5, 6, 7 yards offensively, you're going to be in good shape. And the 2nd down and much more manageable 2nd and 4 now for the Tigers.
2nd and 4, once again, receivers split wide on each side. Leonard in the slot. Here's the flag, and it looks like there was illegal procedure against the Tigers. It's going to knock it back 5 yards. It's one thing the Tigers haven't done this year is commit a lot of penalties. Looks like a legal procedure against Gavin on that play. Takes the ball back to the 33. Makes it 2nd and 9.
And now this changes your whole offensive play call. If you're Coach Tubbs, you're going to maybe get another big run off the right or left side. Now you maybe think about a little play action pass here for Jack Tubbs.
This time 2 receivers come split to the near side. Leonard in the slot to the far side. Here's the snap, and here's the counter play to Gavin coming around. He's up past the 35, up near the 40. Gain of 6 on the play. Actually, give him 5.
On the reverse there.
Yeah,
Make it a manageable 3rd and 4.
Yeah, just watching, going back and watching the game last week against Mondovi, they ran that play very, very well against the Buffaloes. Had a couple of big gainers in that win last week.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Opening drive of the night. Ball at the 38-yard line. Pat, there's one time. Eagles looking to hold the Tigers. Here's the handoff to Kilty heading over to the left side. Rolls right over the top of a guy close to the 1st down. From our angle, it looks like he does have it. Gain of 6 on the play. Gives the Tigers a 1st down up the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 for the
Tigers. Yeah, just all effort there by Kohler Kilty. I mean, you meet a train with a train, and that time Kilty won. And as hard as it is to take a lot of these big backs down, Kohler's one of the toughest in the area.
1st and 10, Stratford at the 44. Once again, 2 receiver split. Handoff to Kilty, headed over the right side. He's over midfield, into the secondary, down inside the Eagle 40-yard line, close to the 37-yard line. Gain of 19 on that play with Kohler Kilty. Now up to 46 yards already in the opening possession.
Yeah, as Kohler, I'm sure, would say, especially on the run like that, give all the credit to the offensive line. Great kick-out blocks and had a big opening hole for him to get around the right side.
1st and 10, Stratford, ball at the Eagle 37-yard line. Tigers have already had the ball for 4.5 minutes. Here's Tubbs on the quarterback keeper, trying to get around the right side. Just a short gain of 2 on the play.
Quarterback keep tries the right side.
Down to the 35. It's going to make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Stratford started the possession deep in their own territory. They had the ball on their side of the field for the first 4 minutes of this first quarter. Finally able to get it inside Auburndale territory. Now they're rolling here with 7 minutes already in this quick-moving first quarter with Auburndale running the ball on the ground.
2nd and 8, Tigers.
Stratford, pardon me.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Here's the snap, handoff to Tubbs, once again sweeping around the left side. This time he gets past, but Caden Anderson is there to take him down. Gain of only 1 on the play. Eagles did a nice job of stringing that one out. Kilty was unable to turn it upfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7, ball at the 34-yard line.
A much better job that time by Auburndale to stretch out and get good contain on the outside and making Kohler go east to west instead of north to south.
Yeah, that's not his game, running to the sideline. He's a big brute, and he's not going to outrun very many people, but he might run a couple over.
Yeah.
3rd and 7, ball at the 34-yard line. Here's the fake handoff, looking downfield. Pass is intended and caught by Tishy. Down to the Eagle 20-yard line.
Cole Tichy on the reception.
Gain of 14 on the play gives the Tigers a first down, 1st and 10 at the 20.
That's why this Stratford offense is so tough to contain. They ran 10 plays on the ground to start, 3rd down and long. And Jack Tubbs gets the job done through the air. A nice job by Tishy to bring it in.
Tigers have a lot of weapons on the outside, and you just don't know who's going to get the ball. Here's the quick handoff to Kilty right up the middle. Driven back after a gain of 3 on the play.
The right side of the line where he is met by Gregory Brumman.
Brumman on the stop for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the left side of the defensive line that time. Getting up on the block, shedding the block, and making the tackle.
2nd and 7, ball at the Eagles 17 or 18-yard line. Clock already down to 5:10 remaining here in the opening quarter at Auburndale High School. Stratford's had the ball the whole quarter so far. Here's the handoff to Kilty, going over the left side. Wrapped up on the play by Logan Nagel. Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, this is your old style ground and pound. You mentioned already almost 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Auburndale still hasn't touched the ball. Stratford just grounding and pounding as they have.
3rd and 4, ball at the 15, probably 4-down territory. I don't see them kicking a field goal. Big play for the Eagle defense early in tonight's game. Shaner goes across the motion. Here's the jet pass to Shaner, trying to get around the side. He's going to get about 3, but it's going to bring up 4th and 2.
And that is a pass. That little shuffle pass to Jet Shane here.
Yeah, and that's
actually only give him 2 on the play.
And that's one of those plays. That's one of those plays that you know that you're going to go for it on 4th down. So get a little bit closer and see what you can come up with.
4th and 3 for the Tigers. Ball at the Eagle 13-yard line. Tigers come out and they're bunched formation. Here's the quick handoff to Kilty. He's hit after a short gain, and I don't think he got it. He's close to the 15. It's going to be really close.
That second effort, keeping those legs moving, it's going to be close.
First down, Stratford. Just by the length of a football.
Yeah. Again, those legs just kept on moving. Those legs just kept on moving and picked up those extra yard and a half that he needed. Otherwise, he was going to be stopped.
First and goal at the 10. Just inside the 10.
First and 10 for Stratford.
Clock down to 3:20. Here's Leonard in motion. Handoff to Gavin over the left side. He's into the secondary. Down around the 4-yard line.
Gavin Leonard, the ball carrier. There is a timeout on the field as a player lost his helmet. He'll have to come off.
Yeah, so you get the ground and pound of the hard running of Kohler Kilty, and then you get the speed of Gavin Leonard around the outside. And again, just more dynamics of this Stratford offense you got to take into consideration. And Stratford's been moving the ball very well in this opening drive. That's already taken 9 minutes off the clock.
Landon's whistling out of the game because his helmet came off. So it's second and goal from the 4. 2 receivers split here to the near side. Once again, Kilty the lone running back. Here's the handoff to Kilty over the right side. Pounds his way down. He's inside close to the 1. Gain of 3 on the play. He's had no big runs, but he's getting 3, 4, 5 every down.
Yep.
Third and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, just demoralizing if you're a defense, especially for Auburndale. You've had them third down and long a couple times. You had them fourth down at about 2 or 3, and they just keep on getting those big chunks. Now it's third and inside the 1.
Here's the bunched in from backfield. Gavin Leonard handoff. Touchdown, Stratford. Gavin Leonard with a 1-yard touchdown run. Puts the Tigers on top at the 2:04 mark of the first quarter. 6-0.
9 minutes and 56 seconds on that drive for the Stratford Tigers.
After a botched kickoff return, took over at the 17, 83-yard drive. Lorenz Plattner in to attempt the PAT for the Tigers. Matt Foles to hold. Here's the snap. Hold down. The kick is up and good. Lorenz Plattner. I had made a comment several weeks ago that Stratford was going to come back and haunt them in the playoffs where they were unable to convert on extra points. Since Lorenz has taken over, he's like 23 for 24. We'll take a quick timeout for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Level 3 football action here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High School. Stratford on their opening possession goes 83 yards and score on a 1-yard touchdown run by Gavin Leonard. Lorenz Plattner added the extra point at 7-0. Quite a statement drive right off the bat.
Yeah, that's as old school offense as you can get. 83 yards, had 3 or 4 third down and longs, had a fourth down, and just a big drive for Stratford to get points on the board with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Reed Miller with the kickoff. Taken by Scholl. Coming to the near sideline. Gets around the corner up near the 30-yard line. Driven out of bounds on the play by the Tigers' Carter Lewick. It'll be Auburndale ball, 1st and 10.
The big thing right now for Auburndale, of course, these schools, these teams not being big, a lot of players playing both sides. You just can't go 3 and out on the opening drive to get that to get your defense back out there against offense that's cooking. Stratford's defense looking to get a quick 3-and-out to get that offense back on the field.
2 receivers split wide to each side. Here's the handoff to Scholl right up the middle. It's going to be brought down. Little or no gain on the play. It's whistling on one of the stops for the Tiger. Looks like they'll give him 1, 2nd and 9.
At the quarter break, we'll get you some score updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network. 4 games tonight with teams heading to state semifinals next week. For the games that we know, we'll give you locations that may be where these teams play next week.
2nd and 9. Here's the handoff once again to Scholl, looking for running room, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Caleb Crummel.
Yeah,
and so whistling once again on the stop for the Tigers.
Yeah, disaster from the get-go. I'm assuming had Scholl coming to the near side. The snap was fumbled, and disaster for Auburndale here on their opening drive. Just a minute and a half into their drive, and they got 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Eagles. 2 receivers split wide on each side. Anderson straight back in the pocket, looking downfield. Here's the pass intended for Cherney, over his head and incomplete. Defended on the play by Caleb Wrench. It's going to bring up 4th and 10.
Yeah, just like that, we mentioned Auburndale having to punt now, and 4th and 10 went nowhere on their opening possession.
We mentioned in our pregame, Stratford is a fast starting team.
Yep. Yeah.
203, 203 points to 7 on the season. Here's the punt. Nice spiraling punt. Gavin slips and falls on the turf, and it takes an eagle bounce all the way back to inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Kick rolls down.
Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 19.
Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, or Medford.
Want to thank Steve for joining us tonight. Steve Mays, Garrett Short, Gavin Zolik, along with Dan Leonard here at Auburndale High School. Stratford on their 2nd possession of the night. Start at the 19.
As a big of a blessing as that punt was for Auburndale offensively and defensively, it might be for Stratford offensively as well. They took 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes off the clock, looking to do the same again.
Here's the handoff to Kilty, coming around the near side, over the 20, close to the 25-yard line, driven back by a couple different Eagles.
And just like that, the first quarter is going to be over. Stratford up 7-0 after a 10-minute opening drive. Got 7 on the board. Now they're looking to get some more again. Here again, 5, 6, 7 yards to carry is going to win you a lot of football games.
Opening quarter, Kohler Kilty, 12 carries already. We're going to take a quick timeout. Word from our sponsors. At the end of the first quarter, Stratford 7, Auburndale 0. We'll take a message and listen to word from our sponsors here on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, Dan Leonard, Steve Mays, Garrett Short, Gavin Zolik back at Auburndale High School, getting ready for the beginning of the second quarter. Stratford with a 7-0 lead. Second possession of the night after taking the opening drive. 9.5 minutes, Steve?
Yeah, it was 9:56. I think there's 2:04 to go in the when Auburndale got the ball. But some score updates here on the Zaleski Sports Network. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood 9-0 over Wrightstown in the opening quarter. Edgar was up 6-0 on Boyceville. And, of course, that's our game. Kaukauna up 14-7 on Cedarburg. Kaukauna will get Division II powerhouse Waunakee next week.
2nd and 6 to start the second quarter. Here's the shovel pass to Gavin Leonard coming around right side. He's into the secondary. He's at the 50 to 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. "76-yard touchdown pass."
Yeah. Yeah, and then able to get again on that outside, get a couple of great blocking, able to outrun the defense, and it was just a matter of if Gavin was going to step out of bounds on the near sideline or not. It looked like he was getting pretty close, but went the distance, and Stratford's up 13-0.
Once he got into secondary, it was just a matter of whether they were going to get him by the shoestrings or not.
Yep.
Lorenz Pratner on to attempt the extra point for the Tigers.
And I mentioned it so often on that opening drive. That's why the Stratford team is so difficult to not just beat, but game plan for, because they have so many opportunities and so many playmakers on this team that can make a big difference.
This time the PAT by Plattner is no good. Went off to the left-hand side. Stratford 13, Auburndale 0. We'll keep it here for a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, find your next career path with just a phone call to Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save yourself some time and find your next employer at expresspros.com.
That was a 2-play, 81-yard drive.
Yeah, again, it was just they had a play at the end of the first quarter, coming into the second quarter. They talked about it, ran to perfection. Again, blocking. I'm sure you've talked to Coach Tubbs this year and Kohler Kilty and all these guys about how important the blocking is, but it has been, if not perfect, near perfect so far here in this first half.
Auburndale needs to get a couple first downs and get some confidence back.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw it after that opening possession, or after that opening drive. The Auburndale center is over here getting the handle better on the football, and so he can get it back to playmakers like Caden Anderson, Evan Scholl, and Aiden Cherney and Blake Rabb.
Reed Miller to kick off once again for the Tigers. Deep for the Eagles, Richardson and then Scholl. Here's the kick. Nice kick this time. Taken by Scholl. Brings it to the near sideline. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Tackled on the play by Alec Chapel. Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 right at the 25-yard line.
So, Dan, I live in Wisconsin Rapids. We don't have a Fleet Farm in Wisconsin Rapids, but got one in Stevens Point, got one in Marshfield. Probably one of the best times of the year is Toyland opening. Toyland is open right now at Fleet Farm with their price match plus guarantee. If you find a lower toy price, they'll beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm.
Here's the snap to Anderson. Takes off right over the right side. He's up to the 17-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. Makes it 2nd and 8.
Any positive yardage right now for Auburndale is a plus. That was a nice gain on the opening play.
Kohler Kilty on the stop for Stratford. 2nd and 8. Ball at this 27-yard line. Kind of hard to see the down markers.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find you a Grantsburg score here and get everybody updated throughout the game.
Hand off to Scholl over the right side, over the 30-yard line.
Scholl, the ball carrier, takes the handoff on the right side of the line.
Brought down by Matt Foles. Gain of 5 on the play. Nice run.
Crummel and Matt Foles on the tackle for Stratford.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and a long 3.
Clock down to 10:38 remaining here in the second quarter. Stratford 13, Auburndale 0. Stratford jumped off sides. It's going to be a 5-yard and a free first down for the Eagles.
Hey, mentioned right after that Stratford touchdown, you got to string some first downs together to give your defense a rest and let your offense try and get something going against the Stratford defense that doesn't give up a lot of points.
5-yard walk-off. The result is an Auburndale.
Stratford's had some issues with jumping off sides right over the ball.
Yeah, that's one that I've never understood. I mean, you're right there and ready to go, but
here's the handoff. Excuse me, Anderson keeps it on the keeper.
Anderson on the keeper.
Gain of actually a half a yard. We'll give him 1.
Gain on the play,
second and 9. Ball at the 38-yard line.
So the winner of this game, Auburndale and Stratford, will play at Chippewa Falls next week against the winner Grantsburg Cameron. Grantsburg up 14-7 on Cameron in the first quarter.
Steve doing a job checking around all the scores, keeping everybody abreast. Here's the pass by Anderson downfield. Not broken up, overthrown.
Anderson's pass is incomplete.
Going to be 3rd and 9. Intended for Cherney on the play.
Caleb Branch defending on the play for Stratford.
Little bump, but I don't know if it affected whether he was going to catch it or not, but 3rd and 9. Tigers look like they're in a blitz. Here's the fake handoff. Anderson rolling out, semi-roll to the right, looking downfield. Pass complete. Nice pass, completion to Rab.
Brought down immediately by Alec Chapel.
Alec Chapel on the stop for Stratford. Gain of 7 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, that was a really nice job by Rab hanging on to the ball, and now it's 4th down here for Auburndale.
Auburndale going for it in Stratford, in their own territory, and then we're going to have a legal procedure against Eagles.
Yep, some miscommunication by Auburndale. They were going to try and hard count. They hard counted themselves, and now it's a punting situation here for the Eagles.
Going to push the ball back to the 40-yard line, make it 4th and 7. Pretty much an obvious punt situation now. Jet Shaner going back deep for the Tigers. Doing the punting for Auburndale's Blake Rab. Here's the punt, a little bit off the side of his foot. Takes a bounce down around the 36-yard line. Tigers are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 8:57 remaining here, second quarter. Auburndale High School, Stratford 13, Auburndale nothing.
Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. A great crowd watching online. Fantastic crowd here in Auburndale as well. You mentioned these two teams not in the same football conference the last number of years, but a storied rivalry in every other thing. I mean, they were a storied rivalry in football, and just good to see all these people out here. Good community support for both schools.
Still in the same conference in every other sport.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff to Leonard on these counter once again, trying to get over to the far sideline. Short gain on the play.
Leonard on the counter.
Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 38.
Granted, I don't know a lot about Boyceville, but Edgar's up 16-0 after the first quarter in Boyceville.
Will anybody score on Edgar anymore this season?
Yeah, that's the big question. Yeah, they haven't given up a point since
Stratford. Week 2.
Yeah.
And I think that was in the first quarter. Stratford flipping the formation to the far side. Here's the handoff. This play, same play to Gavin. He breaks it into the secondary. He's close to midfield. Tackled down inside Auburndale territory at the 49. Gain of 14 on the play.
That's 1st down for Stratford.
And the misdirection is just run to perfection so far here by Stratford. You give it to Kilty on the handoff, and then he runs as a quarterback. Maybe that it's a read option. You either give it to Gavin Leonard, he gets it on the jet sweep, or he keeps it himself.
1st and 10, ball at the 49. Leonard in motion. Here's the handoff to Kilty, right up the gut. Crosses in down over the 45, taken down at the 43-yard line.
Carrier.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Logan Nagel on the tackle for Auburndale.
Kilty now up to 69 yards in the first half.
Would you say over 1,400 on the year? And, just ground and pound. Everybody on the Stratford team is all over the place.
For the most part, the first half of the season, they didn't use him very much, so he's fairly fresh, even though he's got 1,400 yards. Tubbs on the keeper, trying to get around the near side. Stiffs arms one would-be tackler. Pushed out of bounds around the
Tubbs on the keeper. Gets it to the
43-yard line.
42-yard line. I think we stepped out of bounds a little earlier. 43-yard line of Auburndale. Third down now.
3rd and 4
for the Tigers.
No gain on that play.
Yeah, again, another nice job by Auburndale getting contained on the outside and making Tubbs stretch out the run and not gain a yard on the play. Likely 3-down territory, 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Stratford already up 13-0.
Here's the handoff to Kilty once again over the left side. He crosses the 40 inside, brought down at the 32-yard line.
On the run.
7 more yards.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what level you are at in football, from Pee Wee to the NFL, if you're not touched 4 or 5 yards down the field and there's no blue jerseys, no defensive jerseys around you for that long, you're gonna have yourself a nice night, nice career.
1st and 10, Stratford ball at the Eagle 35. Clock now down to 6:30 remaining here in the first half. 2 receivers split wide. Here's the handoff to Kilty, this time over the left side. Inside the 30, brought down at the 20. Oh, they're going to mark him right at the 30. Gain of 5 on the play.
It's 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5, ball at the 30.
Gregory Brumman on the tackle for Auburndale.
Brumman on the stop.
It's been a question, you mentioned it earlier before we went on the air, it's been a question all week around, not just in central Wisconsin, around the state, how these grass fields would hold up with all the rain that we got. A lot of slipping here tonight in Auburndale from both sides.
Once again, Kilty over the left side, pounds his way down inside the 25. It's going to be enough for a Stratford first down. Gain of 6 on that carry.
For Auburndale. It's right at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10, Stratford. Ball at the 25.
First down, Stratford.
So far, it's been the Kohler-Kilty pound and ground ball game tonight.
Yeah, Kohler-Kilty and Gavin Leonard with Gavin's speed. Jack Tubbs, I mean, you see a lot of white, very clean white jerseys, and Jack's got one of the cleanest right now.
Here's a handoff to Kilty. This time he's running to the far near side. Gain of 9 on the play.
Kilty, the ball carrier.
Kohler now up to, of course, my stats are unofficial, but around 96 yards here in the first half. 5 minutes remaining.
Reminds you a lot of an Eddie Lacy or a Jerome Bettis. You mentioned earlier, he's not going to outrun you, but he's the one looking for contact, and he'll run you over if he needs to.
Runs so close to the ground.
Yep.
2nd and 1, Stratford. Here's the fake handoff. Tubbs looking deep, can't find the receiver, takes off, pushed out of bounds. It's going to be enough for a Tiger first down
Scrambles out of the pocket.
around the 12-yard line.
About 4 yards. That'll be a first down for Stratford at Auburndale's 16-yard line.
Good decision by Tubbs to hold it and take off that time.
Yeah, and that's something, again, being in his junior year, he looked to the right side, didn't see anything, had a couple of options on the left side. If he would have went through progressions one more time, he may have had an open receiver to the left.
1st and 10, Stratford ball at the Eagle 12-yard line. Leonard in motion. Here's the pop pass to Gavin, trying to get around the left side. Nice block on the outside by Chainer. He breaks it into the secondary. Touchdown, Stratford. 12-yard touchdown pass to Gavin Leonard. puts the Stratford Tigers on top 19-0 here at the 4:25 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, big block on that outside. Caden Anderson slow to get up, but able to spring that touchdown on that block on the outside.
Shaner had to be careful about that block because he's kind of a crackback against a receiver, a defender that didn't really see him coming. Plattner on to attempt the extra point for the Tigers. Matt Foles in once again to do the hold. Here's the snap, the hold's down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yeah, that very easily could have been called on the block, but they let it go, and Stratford's up 20-0.
We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Division 6 Level 3 football action here on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High Schools. Reed Miller teeing it up once again for the Tigers. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0, 4:25 remaining here in the first half. Dan Leonard, Steve Mays, Gavin Zolik, Garrett Short. We thank you for joining us here on Zaleski Sports for tonight's Division 6 Level 3 playoff game. Here's Reed Miller. Once again, a nice high kick. Taken by Cherney. Fakes the handoff to Scholl, keeps it. Trying to get around this side. Brought down by Chapel around the 35-yard line. Nice return by the Eagles.
Yeah, their three kickoff returns have been pretty successful. Just once their offense gets on the field, they've got one first down. They've tried to throw the ball a couple of times. Caden Anderson has had the time, but the defensive backs have been right on the wide receivers with no open receivers except for that big hit on the last possession.
You wonder if this will take away the Apache running game and turn it one-dimensional, but not this play. Scholl trying to get around the right side. Looked like he had some running room. Did get 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, again, positive yardage for Auburndale. That's all you can ask for. They will start the second half with the football, just trying to get something positive here. Aiden Cherney, a very good kicker, if they can get into field goal territory down here with 4 minutes to go.
Cole Tishy on the stop for the Tigers. 2nd and 5, ball at the 40. Clock now down to 3:45 remaining here in the first half. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0. Here's the direct snap to Anderson. He goes straight up the gut.
Anderson on the quarterback.
Looks like he's going to gain 2 on the play.
Gets a couple yards on the play. Gavin Leonard on the tackle.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 42-yard line.
And this is a spot now if Auburndale can't get the first down. If you're Coach Tubbs, you use a timeout, make them punt it on 4th down and get the ball back with under probably about 2.5 minutes left.
If there is any wind, it would be punting into the wind. There's not much, but there is a little. 3rd and 3. Here's the Auburndale version of the counter. Brought down on the play, lost a couple yards.
Yeah, not fooled at all. Rab taken down in the backfield, and Coach Tubbs will use that first timeout.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. Timeout Stratford will keep it here.
First half, they have 2 remaining.
Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home at Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com. Get started today.
4th and 5. 2:54. Tigers take their first time out of the first half.
I will guarantee you something, Dan, that we will probably be the first game on the Zaleski Sports Network, if not in the state, to go to halftime tonight. I'm not good at guaranteeing things, but not good at making predictions, but probably pretty close. 7:45 and we're already nearing halftime here in Auburndale.
When you have a team control it for the first almost 10 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they took 10 minutes off the first quarter clock, a 3-and-out, come back, get a play in. Very next play out of the quarter break, Gavin Leonard goes 80 yards for a touchdown. And then Stratford, again, pounds it, gets a couple of nice blocks, gets a couple of nice runs. They're up 3 scores here in the first.
4th and 5 for the Eagles. Going deep for the Tigers, Jet Shaner, Gavin Leonard. Doing the punting for the Eagles is Blake Rabb. From the 40. Here's the snap. We're going to have a penalty roughing the kicker against the Tigers.
Yeah, that'll be an easy 15 yards. Went down on his plant leg, and a big first down coming for Auburndale.
First big mistake by the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, and he had the edge coming around the near side, but a little too aggressive, and Blake Rabb took one on the knee and able to – Auburndale picks up 15 yards.
Personal foul against the Tigers. Moves it 15 yards down to the Tiger 45-yard line. We'll bring up 1st and 10.
Yeah, now Auburndale with a little bit of mojo now, and Stratford probably just content now to go into the halftime up 20-0.
Here's the flea flicker, and Anderson's going to get sacked in the backfield. He drops the ball, but was recovered by the Eagles. We're going to have a huge loss on the play, back to the 45, loss of 10.
Yeah, double reverse flea flicker there, and Stratford too fast, too powerful, and too smart to fall for that, and Caden Anderson just didn't have the time. If they did just on one, he may have had the opportunity to, but tried the double reverse flea flicker and didn't work.
2nd and 20, ball back at the 45-yard line. Two receivers go split to the far side, two also to the near side. Anderson drops back, looking downfield. Pass is complete to Rabb. He gets down the sideline. He's into the secondary. Brought down around actually stepped out of bounds around the 28-yard line. Gain of 27 on the play.
Yeah, that was just all speed by Blake Rabb. He got the ball about at the original line of scrimmage, went to the outside, and just outran the Stratford defense.
Scoring opportunity here for the Eagles. Set up by the Tiger roughing the punt. Here's Anderson on the quarterback keeper, taking off. Hit by Chapel. Enough for another Eagle first down.
Yeah, straight up quarterback draw play there by Caden Anderson. A design run and a big gainer there. Auburndale with a little momentum here going into the end of the first half.
Ball down in the Tigers' 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock down to 1:25 remaining here in the opening half. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0, but the Apaches are on the drive. Apaches. Here's the pass deflected and incomplete.
And falls incomplete. Rabb, the intended receiver.
Yeah, they had Blake Rabb there. It got tipped, and lucky for Stratford that it got tipped. It would have been a holding or a pass interference if not.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 1:16 clock stops on the incomplete pass. Just a reminder to stay with us at halftime. We'll have stats, score updates.
We'll just talk.
Anderson once again on the keeper. Brought down by Kilty and Zawislin. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Kohler Kilty on the tackle for Stratford. Timeout
Timeout Eagles.
Their first of the half. They have 2 remaining.
59 seconds remaining here in the opening half.
A late timeout call. About 10, 15 seconds ran off the clock before Coach Jay Anderson called timeout, but want to make sure you get everything set up right. It's 4-down territory now, and you just want to get it close, 3rd down and 9 for Auburndale offensively.
Eagles with their first timeout. Each team with 2 remaining here in the first half.
The Viaduct Bar and Grill of Marshfield serves juicy half-pound burgers daily. The Viaduct Bar and Grill is also home to cold drinks and Fish Fry Friday. The Viaduct Bar and Grill of Marshfield's fabulous northwest side. Fish fry sounds good right now. Now they put 3 seconds back on, but again, we mentioned earlier for Stratford when they had a 3rd down and long, you want to, if you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, you want to get a chunk of yards so then it's a little bit more manageable on 4th down.
3rd and 9 for the Eagles. Ball at the Tigers' 16-yard line. 1:02 remaining here in the first half. Anderson rolling out. Here's a screen set up nicely to Weiler. Gets down inside the 10, brought down at the 6-yard line.
Weiler on the screen pass.
Yeah, perfect timeout call, perfect play call out of that timeout on a 3rd and 9. First and goal now for the Eagles.
1st and goal from the 5.
First and goal at the 6 for the Eagles.
45 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Fake handoff. Anderson rolling to his right. Chased, and he just throws it away.
Yeah.
Stops the clock, and he saves some yards by getting sacked. The whistling was on him.
Yeah, his first look was Blake Rabb. Blake slipped. He slipped in the end zone, and now it's going to be intentional grounding on Caden Anderson.
Probably because there was nobody. I don't know if it got back to the line of scrimmage, number 1.
Yeah, there may have been a couple line of scrimmage, tackle box, and a receiver out there for Caden Anderson.
So it's a loss of down plus the yardage from where he threw it, -5. Takes it back to about the 24-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 24. 38 seconds remaining here before halftime.
Yeah, just a killer penalty. Auburndale is looking for some momentum going into the half. They get the ball to start the second half.
Receiver split wide to each side. Here's the fake handoff. Anderson back to pass, looking downfield, and it's going to be overthrown. Intended for...
Looks like Evan Scholl maybe out there.
Yes, it was, Scholl. It's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 24. Eagles looking to get something on the board here before halftime. 3rd down. Anderson looking to the side to get word from his coach. Here's the snap. Back in the pocket. This time looking to the near sideline. In the end zone, it's dropped, almost intercepted by Jet Shaner. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's just a prayer of a pass to try to go to your receiver. It's quadruple teamed, and it's might be a big break for Auburndale, because if Stratford would have got the ball, they would have had it at the 20-yard line. Auburndale's going to take another timeout here with 27 seconds left.
Nothing to lose with 4th down, so it's 4th and goal. Either you're going to get a touchdown or you're going to turn the ball over on downs.
Yep.
Smart decision by the coach.
Yeah, it says 4th and 19 on the board, but it's at the 19-yard line because of the intentional grounding. They had a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, at the 5.
Yeah, and then the intentional grounding of the great pressure put on by Stratford's defense, and then it's just been back since then, and just haven't been able to get much rolling after that costly penalty.
Anderson's done a nice job of getting out of the pocket, buys him a little bit more time.
Yep.
When he was dropping straight back, the Tigers were sending linebackers and getting in his face a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a play that if you're Auburndale, you want to take a couple of seconds off the clock, but you don't want to give Stratford the opportunity to have an interception or a big run back.
Scholl split wide to the near side, being guarded by Jet Shaner. Here's the pass down the field, and this time it's knocked away by Alex Chapo, incomplete. Tigers hold on downs.
And again, that's a smart play. You don't want to try and go to the you might want to because the ball's at the 19 and not the 20. But again, Stratford, a high-powered offense, 25 seconds, 80 yards. Might be in question with 2 timeouts, but you never know with Coach Tubbs.
First and 10, Stratford. There's 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Once again, Auburndale will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to go into victory kneel-down formation here to end the half.
Tubbs takes a knee, and that's going to be the end of the first half.
Tubbs takes a knee.
Once again, we're going to stick around here at halftime, try to get some stats and some scores and scoring highlights. Looks like the Tigers might call a timeout and run one more play. No, they're not going to.
And that is the end.
Nobody was leaving the field. I wasn't sure what was going on. That's the score at halftime. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0. We'll take a message from our sponsors. You're listening to high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Malachi from Northside Computers and Cellular. We are currently offering a great savings of 2 phone lines for $50, and it includes unlimited talk, text, and data. Stop down at Northside Computers and Cellular, 907 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, to see how you can save on your internet, cable, and phone bills. We have the best providers under one roof.
2 phone lines, $50. Get mobile, internet, and television all under one roof. Northside Computer and Cellular of Marshfield.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Edgar's got scored on.
Yeah, I see that.
23-14. Yeah, I think we're good.
You're good?
Yep.
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High School at halftime. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0. Dan Leonard, Steve Mays going to give you some halftime statistics and scoring plays. Tigers took the opening drive of the kickoff of the night, went 83 yards and scored with 2:04 remaining in the first quarter on a 1-yard touchdown run by Gavin Leonard. Lorenz Plattner with the PAT kick good. Made it Stratford 7, Auburndale 0. Following a 3-and-out, the Tigers took over, and on the second play, there was a 76-yard pass from Tubbs to Gavin Leonard. This time the extra point kick by Plattner was no good, and Stratford led 13-0. 4:25 remaining in the second quarter. A 12-yard pass from Tubbs to Gavin Leonard. Lorenz Plattner with the extra point kick good, and that's where we are at halftime here. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0. Halftime stats are about as lopsided as the score here at halftime. Auburndale with 11 carries for 16 yards rushing, and they were 3 for 8 passing for a total of 44 yards, with one of those being a 27-yard reception by Blake Rabb, giving them 44 yards passing for a total of 60 yards in the first half for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, we mentioned it, 27 of those 60 yards coming on one play. They had the momentum right near the end of the half, had a big costly penalty, and it was not downhill, but you have a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, 4, 5, 6-yard line, have a big intentional grounding penalty, move you back, lose it down, and then it's ended up being 4th and 19. And, again, momentum is such a big thing in sports, high school sports especially. And Auburndale had that momentum, but lost it after that tough penalty. Again, that offense will be back on the field to start the second half, needing a big comeback. They had a big comeback against Marathon in level 1. They were down 18-0 at halftime. Then, obviously, Stratford a much different monster than Marathon is and was.
Like we anticipated, the first half, Gavin Leonard with 2 touchdowns, one on a 76-yard pass reception and one on a 1-yard touchdown run. But the story really of the first quarter was Kohler Kilty. Yeah. It's the first drive. He had 56 yards on the opening drive, and at halftime he has 17 carries for 96 yards.
Yeah, and again, they're two-headed monster, three-headed monster, what do you want to talk about it, between Kohler Kilty, Gavin Leonard, and Jack Tubbs. But we mentioned it after that first scoring drive. Stratford had, I probably should have kept count, they had 3 or 4 third downs and a 1 4th down that they were able to pick up that just continued to extend that drive, leading to a 10-minute nearly a 10-minute opening drive, and getting that first touchdown for Stratford. So
no turnovers in the first half, relatively penalty-free, so it was a well-played first half. It ran so quickly because Stratford dominated the rushing yards and the time of possession. The number of plays, it's got to be about 30-10 in the first half.
Yeah, and again, it goes to what Stratford football was, is, and will be probably forever. I mean, you mentioned all the weapons that they have, but if you got a guy like Kohler Kilty, the muscle and the strength that he's got, the speed that Gavin Leonard's got, it's going to be a very tough team, and it has been and will be a tough team to knock out of these playoffs that just continue to beat you from so many different ways. Jack Tubbs hasn't had to throw the ball tonight. I mean, he shoveled it a couple times to Gavin Leonard on those touchdowns, but 22 touchdowns, 1 interception, and again, it's just a matter of getting these guys from Auburndale to try and figure out what this offense is doing, because they can hit you from so many different ways.
Out of the 4 pass attempts in the first half for Tubbs, only 1 went downfield, and that was a big play because it was 3rd and 13, and it was a 14-yard completion to Tishy, who hasn't caught very many passes this year, but he caught a big one for the Tigers on their opening possession of the night.
Yeah, and that was one of those big plays to extend that opening drive that led to a big touchdown, of course. So, So our producers, Gavin Zellick is in the band, and Garrett Short had to make a restroom break. So we're gonna read some of these sponsors here for you. It's time to get back to work. It's time to find a great job with great pay at Nicolay Construction. Find your Find year-round work in carpentry, concrete, and steel that has you home every night. Stop in and see Brad or Rob at Nicolay Construction on 29th Street in Marshfield. Get back to work at Nicolay Construction. Again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Grantsburg and Cameron. Last look, 14-7 Grantsburg. That game, as we were told by the boss, that game will be at Chippewa Falls next week. We do know some locations of next week as the WIAA again tries to figure out these neutral sites for level 4. If Edgar wins, they were up 23-14. That might be breaking news in the state tonight that Edgar got scored on, not just once but twice. Edgar would play at Durand. Kakana was up. Wanakee was winning. That game will likely be played at Ripon. And then Wittenberg-Burnhamwood was losing, so not sure where that game would be anyway. But it's that time of the year. Obviously, level 4 next week. One of these two teams will punch their ticket to the Final Four, and that's what's so different, obviously, about football than any other sport. Get to the Final Four, you still got to play one more game before you got to get to state, which would be then next Thursday.
So the other bracket, the other side of the bracket in Division 6, tonight has Kewanee taking on Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, that game being played in Kewanee. And Darlington, the number 1 seed, taking on Lancaster, 2 strong football programs there that have met many times throughout the years. That game's at Darlington tonight.
Yeah, all 4 of those teams. I mean, Kewanee has been an up-and-coming team the last number of years. Obviously, St. Mary Springs does what St. Mary Springs does with Bob Highland down there. And you mentioned Darlington and Lancaster, two very storied programs in high school football in this state.
I think Bob Highland and Jerry Sins are going to see which one outdoes each other for.
Yeah, it's remarkable that those guys keep on going. I think Jerry Sins might be in year 50 next year, so it's remarkable, and it's really cool. It's really something in high school sports to have that length of coaching years.
Stratford has met St. Mary Springs a couple times in the playoffs at Madison, and once last year they played them in the game to get to Madison in the barn burner at Wapaka that we had the opportunity to do last year, and both teams are back at it again this year.
Yeah, that game was you had the opportunity to call that game. That game was unbelievable in Wapaka last year. It was as cold as it could get, and then it decided to go into overtime. But then Stratford, of course, went down, took on the Buffaloes from Mondovi, and got the big win, obviously, in Madison last year. So,
Grantsburg leading Cameron?
Well, I will look and let you know here. Handy dandy internet.
I actually had a feeling that Cameron might give Grantsburg a little bit of a run tonight, but
it was 14-7. We'll see what our friends over at the WIAA network have on. They're probably at halftime too. That's cheapers. Oh, never mind. I think it says 34-7.
Oh.
So, Grantsburg and the winner of this game meeting in Chippewa next week at Doré Field. At Chippewa Falls Senior High School. So, beautiful facility over there in Chippewa. Had the opportunity to go there a couple of times. Athletic Director Mike Thompson, absolutely awesome. And, if you have the opportunity to get over there, I'm sure obviously a ton of Stratford or Auburndale fans will make the trip over there. It's an absolutely outstanding facility over in
I don't think I've been there for several years. Stratford played Chippewa Falls McDonald there a couple of years ago, actually many years ago. I'm starting to show my age here a little bit.
Yeah, McDonald in an eight-player state semifinal tonight at Stanley Boyd against, I guess you couldn't really call them local, but Thorpe is in a level 4 or level 3, whatever 8-player is in this week. But see if we can get you a score from Stanley.
I think they're in the semifinal games already, aren't they?
Yeah. Yep, state next week at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. That's where it's been the last couple of years when Newman has dominated 8-player football. It is halftime at Stanley. It is 8-0 Thorpe over McDonald Central. McDonald Catholic Central, McDonald Central Catholic, never really know. So
2 minutes remaining here before teams will come on and have a 3-minute warm-up period. Stratford, once again, 20, Auburndale 0. A couple big plays by the Tigers. One of them mainly being the 76-yard shovel pass to Gavin Leonard on their second possession of the night. Second play, second possession. Kind of broke the game open a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what was so big. They came out, they ran one play, got the end of the first quarter, and then that was the first play of the second quarter that they had that play called, and he's able to take it to the distance for the big touchdown.
Both teams getting ready to come back onto the field, get ready to warm up for the second half. Auburndale needs to get something going early to start the second half. First of all, to get some momentum back on their side, a little confidence builder.
Yeah, I think if Auburndale goes 3 and out or has a 4, 5, 6 play drive, they obviously have to pick up a first down to get that momentum started. But if they go 3 and out, that is it might be an early backbreaker for the Eagles here tonight.
Nice crowd. Doesn't look like too many people have left here at halftime.
Yeah.
Cars parked on the road. I'm not sure if they're sitting in their car watching the game or if they actually parked there and paid to get in.
I will tell you, when I came here a couple weeks ago when they played Marathon, when Auburndale played Marathon, when I came to shoot highlights, that was a little bit of a chillier night in Level 1. And lucky enough to have the ability to go in and sit in the car at halftime, warm up a little bit, check on some scores. But again, for the first Friday in November, really can't complain about the weather. There's no snow. The wind is not a factor where we're standing, and it's not raining. So I mean, the weather is as picture perfect as you can get
for the guys playing. It's almost pretty near perfect weather.
Yeah.
The field's not in bad shape considering what I had heard earlier in the part of the week. They were looking for rollers to smoothen it out from last Friday night.
Yeah, and as cold as it was last week, as much as the crazy rain we've got the last couple weeks, it's been pretty fortunate to be able to get these games in. And I know week 9 of the season, they had games moved and all that stuff, but ready to go here for the second half of Level 3.
Yeah, actually Stratford in Week 9 played on Thursday to avoid the rain on their new field or resodded field.
Yeah, and Auburndale played Colby here in Week 9, and that was like a tsunami. I mean, it was torrential downpour and a big win for Auburndale. That wind propelled them over Stratford in the seedings with the computerized stuff and allowing Auburndale to host this game instead of over in Stratford.
2 minutes remaining here before the second half kickoff. As mentioned earlier, Auburndale will get the second half, receive the kickoff the second half. Dan Leonard, Steve Mays, we thank you for joining us. Kind of a long halftime for us.
We're not really sure where our guys went here.
Hopefully they come back. Otherwise your camera's going to be in one position, and I'm not sure where it is. On the scoreboard or else Auburndale's huddle over there.
I think it's on the scoreboard, but not really sure what we've got going here with less than 90 seconds to go. But again,
we could hire the Stratford coaches next door to maybe take care of our camera for us.
Yeah, it's been a crazy quick. I mean, we talk about it every year. The start of football season is 3 weeks before school starts. Just how quickly this fall season goes. We got girls basketball in a couple of weeks. November 14th is our first girls basketball game of the year. It's going to keep on going quicker and quicker every sports season, and it's crazy. The football season winding down already. Always joke about it that football starts when you're in shorts and T-shirts, ends in coats and winter boots. spring sports starts in winter boots and winter coats and ends in shorts and T-shirts. So
good point, Steve. And you're telling the truth too. Didn't think I'd be putting toe warmers in and hand warmers in my mittens tonight, but trying to stay warm. We found our guys. They're back. Just about ready for the second half kickoff.
Yeah, as Dan mentioned, appreciate you guys sticking with us during our jabbering of during halftime. So that's what we try and do, keep you entertained as best we can. And if you like it, great. If not, hope you got warm during halftime.
Tell you, it was a heck of a lot easier doing it with a side guy, color commentator. I appreciate that tonight.
Yes, I mean, closest game for me tonight is Auburndale, so from Wisconsin Rapids. So all my teams lost and weren't even in the playoffs. So I've had the pleasure. I mean, I came here in level 1 to shoot highlights for Auburndale Marathon. Went over to a brand new football stadium in Neenah last week to shoot Neenah and Chippewa Falls highlights, and it's been pretty neat. Obviously, going to all these different places, broadcasting live games, but having the opportunity to go to these new places like Neenah and
Kaukauna,
yeah, and go to all these schools that we haven't been to before.
Some unbelievable complexes over on the eastern part of the state.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I mentioned to you before, Neenah, brand new high school, brand new sports complex right in the middle of nowhere. But when you have an enrollment of nearly 2,000 over at Neenah, you have to have a big school.
All right, we're just about set for the second half kickoff. Aiden Cherney and Evan Scholl deep. Reed Miller has it teed up and almost set to go. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Steve Mays along with Dan Leonard. Garrett Short. Here's the kick, handled by Scholl. Fake handoff, and he keeps it. He's headed around the far side. He's going to be brought down around the 30-yard line.
On the return.
Caleb Wrench on the stop for the Tigers. 1st and 10, Auburndale at the 29-yard line.
Again, I don't have exact stats or starting field position numbers, but this is probably one of the one of the worst starting field positions for Stratford or for Auburndale. They've had nice kick returns. This one's starting inside their own 30-yard line.
Auburndale comes out, 2 receivers split to both sides of the field. Scholl, the lone running back, next to Anderson in the backfield. Here's a quick pass to the side, complete to Cherney. Brought down right away by Caleb Wrench. Nice open field tackle. Gain of, give him 2 on the play.
Yeah, Aiden Cherney's not a little guy and not an easy guy to take down. That's a nice open field tackle, as you mentioned, by Wrench.
2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Ball at the 31-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter. Stratford 20, Auburndale 0. Here's the handoff to Scholl, headed over the right side. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Just shy. Give him 3 on the play. Only his 5th carry on the night.
Yeah, just the Stratford defensive line, we've seen it over the years, just dominating, able to push the blocks and rip off the blocks and make some nice tackles.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Opening drive. Here's the fake handoff. Anderson keeps it. He's in the clear. He's at the 50, the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Auburndale.
Caden Anderson.
Caden Anderson.
69 yards. Touchdown, Eagles. 10:38 remaining here in the third quarter.
65 yards on that run.
65 yards officially.
Auburndale sets up in.
Fake handoff to Scholl, and he kept it right up the middle.
Yeah, that was as picture perfect as you could want, as scripted for Auburndale coming out of halftime.
And it is good.
And the extra point kick by Cherney is good. And the Eagles come out fast and furious and put points on the board against the Tigers. We'll take a quick message from our sponsors. You're listening to high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High School. Eagles score on a 65-yard run by Caden Anderson, 20-7. Here's the kick, fielded by Gavin Leonard. He's across the 30 up to around the 34-yard line, where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, as you mentioned, just a perfect start for Auburndale, and it was one heck of a read by Caden Anderson. He had it in the gut of Evan Scholl. Evan was almost out of the outside of the tackles, and Caden able to rip it away and just use his speed for the touchdown.
1st and 10 Tigers, ball at the 34. Here's the handoff to Kilty, headed over the left side, crosses the 40, brought down around the 42-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a broken record over and over. If you're going to gain 5, 6, 7 yards a carry, Auburndale just scored a touchdown. For Auburndale, you need a big stop, and giving up 7 yards, obviously it's not easy to stop Kohler Kilty or the Stratford offense, but you got to figure something out.
2 receivers split wide to the near side. Leonard in the slot to the far side, now in motion. Here's the shovel pass to Gavin, headed around the right side. Over the 45, brought down at the 47-yard line.
Takes it from Tubbs.
There's a penalty marker thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that might be a personal foul on Colton Weiler after, on the excessive play out of bounds. We'll see what the white hat says here. Score from Boyceville, Edgar 31, Boyceville 14 at halftime. Talking to all of his other officials.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
They're going to call it against Kilty.
So they're going to give him the first down on the extended personal foul on the extended block, I guess you would call that.
Down says still 2nd down.
Oh.
No, now they're changing it. So the ball went back to the 31-yard line after the 15-yard personal foul against the Tigers.
Yeah, because he gained the first down,
yeah.
Right? And then
all the action happened here out of bounds.
Yeah.
2 receivers go split to the far side. Leonard on the slot to the near side. Once again, Kilty, the lone running back, next to Tubbs in the backfield. 1st and 10 Tigers from the 31. Here's the fake handoff. Tubbs rolling to the far side, looking downfield. Passes complete to Peyton Glenn, up over midfield or close to midfield.
Tubbs scrambles to his left.
Actually, they're going to mark it right at midfield. A gain of 19 on the play.
I believe that was Peyton Glenn on the reception.
Yeah, I mean, that's as good of a scramble drill as you could have. Tubbs is looking to the right side, rolled out to the left, and just had Peyton Glenn wide open down the field. Just a matter of Tubbs putting it on his numbers and Glenn catching it.
6 for 6 for 157 yards. Here's Kilty running hard down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
It's 5 on the carry, 2nd and 5. Anderson and Drummond on the tackle.
Once again, 5 yards on 1st down for Stratford. 2nd and 5, ball at the 45. Eagle fans with a little bit to cheer about here to start the second half. Crowd's back into it a little bit. Two receivers split to the far side. Here comes Shaner across the motion. Hand off to Kilty over the right side. He's over the 40, into the 35, running people over, down inside the 30, brought down at the 26-yard line.
On the run, it's through the middle of the line and breaks some tackles.
Gain of 19 for Kilty.
First down.
Again, we continue to mention it, but he's not going to outrun you. But once he gets that head of steam going forward, it's just might want to just sidestep a little bit. And kudos to Aiden Cherney. He's just going to come off the field, but he's the one that just got run over.
Kilty now up to 20 carries, 128 yards. Tigers come out in their bunch formation. Here's the handoff to Kilty over the left guard. Once again, 7 quick yards for Kilty. Actually make it 8. Second and 2.
Second down now for the Tigers.
Ball down at the 27-yard line of Auburndale. Tigers once again trying to control the clock with their running game. Two receivers split far to the far side of the field. Here's the fake handoff, looking down. Leonard's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Stratford. That's that fake play. That's the play Gavin in the state championship game last year against Montdovey scored on. 17-yard touchdown pass. Puts the Tigers on the board, making it 26-7.
Again, you see how important running games are, not just at high school, college, pros, but because of how dominant Stratford has been on the ground, that just sets up for a play-action pass that had Gavin Leonard wide open.
Stratford set up for the extra
7 for 7 for 170 yards.
Might be in the running for a player of the game.
Plattner on to attempt the extra point. Here's the fake, and they were going to run a pitch, and the holder got sacked before play ever got materialized, so the PAT is no good. And with 7:40 remaining here in the third quarter, Stratford 26, Auburndale 7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Division 6 Level 3 playoff action here on Zaleski Sports.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
All right, back here at Auburndale High School. 7:40 remaining in the third quarter. Stratford with a 17-yard pass, Jack Tubbs to Gavin Leonard, making it Stratford 26, Auburndale 7. Quick response to the Auburndale touchdown.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Stratford needed and what Auburndale couldn't have given up. Able to take off another 3 minutes off the clock and able to put points on the board.
Even after the unsportsmanlike or the personal foul. Nice kickoff by Reed Miller, taken by Cherney, bringing it to the near sideline. Close to the 30-yard line. Brought down around right at the 30. Matt Foles won the Tigers. Peyton Glenn, Riley Craning, all in the stop for the Tigers. Be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, right at the 30.
H&S Manufacturing Marshfield is hiring. H&S offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package. Get health, dental, life, and disability, 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonus, a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. Looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shift? Apply online at hsmgco.com.
All right, back here to live action. Handoff to Scholl. Gain of 2 on the plate. gained up to the 32-yard line. It's going to be second down, 8 yards to go. Evans had tough sledding here tonight. 6 carries, 15 yards. Once again, my stats are unofficial. Receiver split wide to the far side. Here's Anderson on the quarterback keeper right up the middle. Going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, the thing that's been working for Auburndale tonight has been the misdirection on the counters that Stratford is so good at. And that's read options that Caden Anderson has, but straight run that time off the right side, nothing doing.
3rd and 8, 2 receivers split wide on each side. Here's Anderson. This time, quarterback keeper, he takes it again, and this time he's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion on that play. The center was moving, the offensive line was moving, none of the wide receivers. Caden Anderson is still up in his stance when he got the ball. Just nothing doing with a lot of confusion on that play.
Looked like they were trying to hurry up, and in the meantime, nothing ever got.
Yep.
It just didn't look right.
Yep, absolutely. And now they got a punt again away to Stratford offense that really hasn't been stopped tonight.
4th and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. Jet Shaner goes deep for the Tigers. Here's the punt. Nice booming punt. And once again, Shaner slips and falls and takes an eagle roll inside the 30, going to be down to about the 27-yard line. So with 5:39 remaining here in the third quarter, Tigers once again get the ball back.
Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com, CulliganH2O.com.
Actually, the ball's back at the 18-yard line. Too many lines at this angle. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Receivers go split, one wide to each side. Here comes Shaner in motion. Hand off to Kilty over the left side. Auburndale did a nice job on that time.
Handoff tries the left side.
Gain of maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, much better job of the Auburndale defensive line.
Roman on the tackle for the Eagles.
Kohler now up to 139 yards unofficially. 2nd and 7 for Stratford. Ball at the 21-yard line. Actually, the punt going over Jet's head on the probably did him a favor. It's going to give him a longer field.
Yeah, longer field, more time to kill. 5 minutes already to go here in the third quarter.
Shaner comes in motion. Here's the fake. Tubbs keeps it, and he goes around the left side. He's into the secondary. One man to beat. And it's going to be Scholl that gets him down around the 45-yard line.
Quarterback keep. It's around the left corner.
34-yard run
by Evan Scholl for Auburndale.
by Tubbs.
First down for Stratford at Auburndale's 45-yard line.
Gives him 4 carries for 50 yards.
Then again, maybe not. I mean, but a nice run there. Again, a perfect read option by Tubbs. And used his speed. Evan Scholl able to make the open field tackle.
1st and 10, Tigers, ball at the 45. Clock down to 4.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Stratford 26, Auburndale 7. Once again, Shaner comes in motion. Here's the Jet. Flip pass. Oh, a short gain this time. Down to the 41-yard line. Gives him 4 yards.
Scholl and Brumman on the tackle for Auburndale. 4-yard gain.
Actually make it 3.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
But again,
2nd and 6.
Another nice gain on first down, not behind the sticks, 2nd down, and a little bit more manageable. Again, you have the stats, and we can go through them at the end of the quarter, but I don't think Stratford has had negative play besides a couple of penalties today.
Stratford flops the strong side of the formation to the far side. Here's the handoff to Kilty, trying to get around the corner, following the block of Carter Lewick. Carter's 10 yards downfield before he can find anybody block. Kilty's into the secondary, steps out of bounds around the 20-yard line.
Kilty gets the corner and follows his blockers, knocked out by Wyatt Molson of Auburndale.
And I'm not a coach, and I don't pretend to play one anywhere, but and they may run other things to the weak side, but when you move 3 blockers to the left side, 99 times out of 100, you probably assume that Kohler Kilty's going to get the ball on a sweep to that side, and defense just wasn't there for Auburndale.
1st and 10, Tigers, ball at the 20. Here's the handoff to Kilty, this time right over his left guard. Another quick 7 yards on 1st down.
Blake Rabb on the tackle for Auburndale.
24 carries, 165 yards. Clock down to 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
And you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, maybe it was during a timeout or something, but Kohler didn't run a lot earlier on in the season, so his body is ready to go. His big, strong body, tough to take down in the cold.
This time the handoff goes to Gavin Leonard. Gain of 3. It's going to make it 3rd and a short 1.
Gavin Leonard, ball carrier.
That's really not Gavin's forte, but it's a change of pace.
Yeah, ground and pound for Gavin. He likes to get it on the outside and go fast, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and
3rd and 1, yes. Two guys in the slots on each side. Here's the fake handoff. Looking at pass deep, intended for Leonard, and he falls down in the end zone. Slipped. Pass is incomplete. It's his first incompletion of the night.
Yeah, and that's one, not Jack's fault. But, again, we mentioned how slippery it's been tonight. In the middle of the field in the end zone. Big play here, 4th down, and a little way to go for Stratford.
4th and 1. Here's the handoff to Kilty right over the left guard. He plows his way for a gain of he's still struggling.
Kilty, the ball carrier.
Cherney with a nice job holding him up. It's going to be a 1st down. Tigers at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that guy over there just kept on walking back and forth and didn't really know where it was going to be. But, 7-yard line, 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
1st and goal, ball at the 7.
Going full house.
This time over the left tackle, plows his way inside the 5. Down to around the 2-yard line. I'm going to give him 5 on the play.
2nd and goal. Looks to be at the
Clock now down to 1:20.
Yeah, if the matchup next week is Stratford and Grantsburg has a long history of some really good football players, a couple of them in the NFL with the Chanel brothers. But, man, it's going to be tough sledding, and it's going to be one heck of a rough, tough battle next week for Stratford and Grantsburg.
Here's the shovel pass to Jet Shaner around the right side and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Shane here.
Jet Shaner with a 2-yard touchdown reception puts the Tigers on top 32-6 with 51 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's obviously a stat that is recorded and helps with quarterbacks and stuff, but that just kind of makes me laugh that Jack Tubbs got credited with a 76-yard touchdown pass, and it was a yard in front of him, but nonetheless.
Here's the handoff to Kohler Kilty for the 2-point conversion is good. Makes the score Stratford 34, Auburndale 7 with 51 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Division 6 Level 3 playoff action here on Zaleski Sports.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High School. 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Steve Mays, Dan Leonard, Gavin Zolik, Garrett Short, thank you for joining us for tonight's action. Stratford leads 34-7 after a 2-yard shovel pass to Jet Shaner.
Get you some score updates here. It looks like Boyceville just scored on a really long touchdown. That's going to be 31, either 20 or 22, depending on the two-point conversion here. Tom King on the call. That one over in, or up in Boyceville. It is going to be 31-20 for Edgar with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Here's the kickoff by Reed Miller, taken by Scholl, trying to get to the far side. Going to be brought down shy of the 30-yard line, around the 27. 1st and 10, Auburndale from the 27-yard line. 43 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Stratford 34, Auburndale 7.
Yeah, Kaukauna up big, 42-13. They're in the fourth quarter, and Kaukauna over Cedarburg. And Kaukauna will face off with Powerhouse Division II Wanakee next week in Ripon. Wrightstown is up 27-9 on Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. The Chargers, Wittenberg-Burnhamwood was up 9-0 early in that game.
Here's the handoff to Scholl. Going to be brought down in the backfield. Brought down for a loss. Walker Weiss in the game on defense for the Tigers. Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14.
Second down now for Auburndale.
Likely going into the break here after 10 seconds to go.
Walker doesn't get a lot of action on defense, but he's the all-conference center on for the CWC Large School. That is going to be the end of the third quarter. As the clock runs out, Stratford 34, Auburndale 7. We'll take a quick timeout. From our sponsors, you're listening to high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
All right, we're back here at Auburndale High School getting start for the fourth quarter. Be 2nd down and 14 for the Eagles. Ball back on the 24-yard line. Auburndale with a quick touchdown to begin the second half. Got a little momentum back on a 65-yard run by Caden Anderson. Then the Tigers scored and then held them and then scored again.
Yeah, that second possession for Auburndale offensively out of the halftime break was very discombobulated. That 3rd down and 10 was all sorts of messy with half the offense moving, half the not, and then Stratford has obviously been able to take advantage.
2nd and 14. Here's Anderson straight back to pass. Looking downfield, pass is complete to Blake Rabb.
Gets it out over the 30-yard line.
Up to the 32. Gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, much needed pitch and catch and a nice gainer as Auburndale needs to go hurry up offense, and they're doing that 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Here's the fake handoff. Anderson rolling. Here's the pass downfield over the head of the intended receiver. Empey. It's going to bring up 4th and 6. Eagles send in their punt team once again. Colton Bright, sophomore, making some defensive action for the Tigers on this drive. He's played a lot on defense for the Tigers this year. Good athlete.
In punt formation, Shane here back into the receive for
Shaner deep for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Nice spiraling punt. Shaner with the punt reception. tackled immediately by the Eagles.
Immediately by
Ball back at the 33-yard line where the Tigers will take over.
As much as Auburndale has struggled offensively and defensively, their special teams has been really, really good. Punts and kick returns has been sensational for Auburndale tonight.
Tevin Bauer with a nice tackle on that one. Open field on Shanner. Forces the Tigers to take over 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff to Kilty. Headed around the left side. Cuts it back up the middle. Gain of
the ball carrier on the
4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
I believe that was Alden Jensen on the tackle for Auburndale.
Blues Hair Studio on North Central Avenue is ready to help you get the fall's best cut and color. Schedule an appointment at Blues Hair Studio to look your fall best.
Couple clean jerseys in the lineup for the Tigers. Here's Kilty, this time over the right side. Plows his way over the 40, up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 5.
And for the most part, besides Jack Tubbs taking his read options and a couple of runs, when your line and your running backs and skill players are all dirty and your quarterback is not, that is a very, very good night when the field is as muddy as it is.
3rd and 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah, false start on the left guard there.
Got a penalty, illegal procedure against the Tigers. Going to move it back 5 yards to the 37-yard line. Make it 3rd and 7.
Motion by the Tigers. That will be a 5-yard walk-off. It will remain 3rd down.
So they mark it at the 36. 3rd and 8. Clock running at 10 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Stratford with a 34-7 lead over Auburndale. Winner to advance to state semifinal round next week at Chippewa Falls. Here's the fake handoff. Pass down the field. Complete to Gavin Leonard. Down to the Eagle territory. About the 35-yard line.
Gavin Leonard.
29-yard pass completion.
Yeah, I mean, just a perfect route by Gavin Leonard, a post route right to the middle, and a perfect pass by Jack Tubbs. And Gavin Leonard coming up, holding his arm a little bit, got hit pretty good by Aiden Cherney.
Tubbs now 10 for 11.
Yeah, and the one that was incomplete, Leonard slipped in the end zone.
Yes,
so.
yep. 1st and 10, Stratford. Here's the fake handoff. This time they're going for it deep to Peyton Glenn. Off his hands. Knocked away by Rab. Good defensive play.
Yeah, that was good. Good pass breakup, as they say.
2 burners out there on that one.
2nd down now for the Tigers.
Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with businesses of any size to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Here's the handoff to Kilty right up the middle. Plows his way, pushing defenders inside the 25, down to around the 24-yard line. Gain of 11, another 1st down for the Tigers.
1st down for Stratford at Auburndale's 24-yard line.
Kohler now up to 193 yards rushing unofficially for the night.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but pert near impossible once he gets ahead of steam and your defense is as exhausted as they are to stop a guy like Kohler Kilty, who just has a motor that never stops.
They spent a lot of time, the Eagle defense, on the field tonight. Here's the shovel pass once again, this time to Caleb Wrench. He's headed over the right side.
You got to get those nice white jerseys dirty, right? And it's depending on who's going to be the home team next week. White jerseys might not have to be used again this year, and get them dirty while you can.
2nd and 4. Caleb was starter on defense, doesn't see a lot of action when the second team offense gets onto the field because he's being a starter on defense. That's probably his first catch of the season. He was put into the starting lineup on defense after week 2. This is a fake handoff. Tubbs rolling to the right side, looking downfield, and he's run out of bounds.
Tubbs scrambles to the right side.
Around the 15-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
We'll hear from SCS Apartments after this third down play here with 7:39 to go.
Clock stopped. Tubbs stepped out of bounds, or was pushed out of bounds. Tigers with a few more clean jerseys in the game now. Here's the handoff to Reed Miller, who pushes his way.
And that's what you've seen. That's what you've seen all night. And this is hopefully the camera picked it up good because the offensive line for Stratford pushed the defense line for Auburndale about 5-6 yards off the ball, and there was nobody around the ball runner or the ball carrier until he got a big first down.
1st and 10, Tigers, ball at the 11-yard line. Clock down to 7:12 remaining in tonight's game. Tigers once again in the red zone. Here's Miller right up the middle. He's down around the 5-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play by Reed Miller. Reed's gotten a majority of the carries for the second team offense. He's going to be the Kohler Kilty of the future. Last year, he missed most of the season with a knee injury, his sophomore season. 2nd and 4, ball at the 5. Here's Wrench in motion, gets the handoff, tries to go right up the middle. Short gain on the play.
An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home.
3rd and 2, the ball at the 4. Clock down to 6 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Stratford once again in the red zone. Here's a quick handoff to Wrench over the right side. Touchdown, Stratford.
Touchdown, Stratford.
Caleb Wrench.
Caleb Wrench, I believe, on the score.
With a 4-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, as dominant as Stratford offense has been, you just saw all the confusion, all the movement that Auburndale's defense was still doing while Stratford was
getting ready to line up.
Stratford was getting ready to snap the ball.
Yes. Looks like the Tigers are lining up for 2.
Stratford sets up for the 2-point conversion attempt.
Here's the snap to Tubbs, rolling to the right, looking in the end zone to Colton Bright, and it was incomplete, and the PAT is no good. So the score remains Stratford 40, Auburndale 7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Need furniture? Come to Mall Furniture in Marshfield and get it now. We have what you want in stock. Do you need a new two-sided Wisconsin-built mattress set or adjustable bed? We have them in stock. Power lift chairs, rocker or wall recliner. How about a glider rocker or swivel rocker? We have them. Sofas, sectionals and sleepers, reclining and stationary, leather and cloth. Choose from Marshfield Furniture, Lazy Boy, and Best Home Furnishing. See our expanded Wolfcraft Maple and Oak, made in Marshfield Furniture. Bring your truck or trailer and take it with you, or have it delivered for a small fee.
$11 for 13. All right, we're back here live at Auburndale High School. 5:54 remaining. Tigers to kick off once again after scoring on a 4-yard run by Caleb Wrench, making it 40-7.
A shootout going on in Boyceville tonight. Edgar 37, Boyceville 26. Still a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter.
Wow. Here's kickoff by Reed Miller, a nice kick. It's going to bounce, be picked up around the 3-yard line by Cherney. Headed to the near sideline, going to be brought down around the 20. Brady Berg, one of the Tigers on the stop.
Cherney on the return.
Xander Curtis, Caleb Wrench. Got some new players out on the field now for the Tigers.
And I mean, we've talked about it quite a bit. Maybe not you and I, but a lot of these players have seen the field in second halves of these games for Stratford. But to be able to get the playoff experience in the cold is that much more important for years going forward.
Here's Anderson on the keeper. He's got a little bit of open room. Wrench misses the tackle. Caden's up around the 32-yard line. Nice run. Gain of 11 on the play.
Alec Chapel on the tackle for Stratford.
Anderson up to 82 yards running. 65 of them coming on one carry. Nonetheless, he's a good athlete.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. And he's shown it all year long. He's one of the top players in the conference, and we'll see him more in the coming months here.
Evan Scholl on the carry, right up the middle. Gain of 5 on the play with Scholl.
Gain of 6 on that play. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Clock now down to 5 minutes remaining. Here's the fake pass. Pass intended downfield. Fake handoff intended for Rab. Broken up by Tishy. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles.
Mutual Owasso Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualowasso.com to find an agent near you.
Jager Ormond into the game for the Tigers. Colton Bright. Some guys with clean jerseys I'm looking for.
They sure are shiny when they're clean.
Here's the handoff right up the middle to Rab. Excuse me.
Scholl the ball carrier.
Scholl.
For a few yards, 4th and short.
Gain of 2 on the play.
At their own 40-yard line.
Said tough sledding tonight. 9 carries for 18 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're a team that loves to run, Auburndale is a dual team. They can run it, they can throw it, but behind the scoreboard early, it's a tough sled.
Here's Anderson right up the middle on 4th down. Gets enough for a first down. Chapel on the stop for the Tigers. Brought down at the 46-yard line.
For Stratford, 1st and 10 for Auburndale at their own 46-yard line.
Here's the handoff to Scholl. He breaks into the secondary. Shoestring tackle by Chapel again. Gain of 4 on the play.
Chapel trips him up after a gain.
You never want to say that the winds were out of the sails early on in the game, but you could really feel it 10 minutes into the game. Stratford had the ball the first 10 minutes. After they scored, it was kind of like the wind was taken out early tonight in Auburndale.
The ball carrier fights his way for about 8 yards.
Those 10-minute drives will do that to you.
Yeah, and it's if it's in the first quarter, if it's in the fourth quarter, and for Stratford to do that on their opening possession was really, really impressive.
1st and 10, Eagles at the ball at the 40. Here's the keeper by Anderson heading around the right side. Nice open field tackle by the Tigers. Brooks Vanderhoof into the game.
Brooks Vanderhoof on the tackle for Stratford.
Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd down now for Auburndale.
Maybe one of might be one of the surprises of the night, might not be. Wrightstown 34, Wittenberg Burnhamwood 9 late in the fourth quarter.
Here's Anderson's pass, complete to Rab, brought down by Colton Bright.
Colton Bright on the tackle for Stratford.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Gain of 3 on that pass. 3rd and 5 now for Auburndale.
3rd and 5. Ball at just inside the Tiger 35. Here's Anderson this time. Short roll to the left. Pass complete to Cherney. Defender falls down. Cherney takes it along the sideline.
On the pass reception, picks up an Auburndale first down.
Down around the Tiger 13-yard line. 21 yards on the play.
Off the 17-yard line.
17-yard line. Here's the handoff to Scholl. Right up the middle.
Scholl, the ball carrier.
No matter what sport it is, again, we always talk about how good the Merriwood Conference is. Stratford not technically in the Merriwood in football, but in everything else. And after this play, we're going to give a quick shout out here after this play.
2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Anderson rolls to the left side, pass to the end zone, knocked away, deflected by the Tigers.
Anderson's pass is incomplete. Meisner, the intended receiver.
Yeah, nice defensive break.
Lucas Forrest with the defense break up for the Tigers, a new number I haven't seen.
So, yeah, before this next play, state volleyball going on this weekend in Green Bay. Newman Catholic and Prentice played against each other this morning. Newman Catholic going to go play for a state championship game or state championship tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. against Wanawak Center. Again, 2 Merriwood teams making it to state in volleyball. Pretty impressive.
Here's Anderson's pass to the end zone, looking for Nathan Richardson, well overthrown. Brings up 4th down. Tough conference in volleyball this season, the Merriwood was.
Yep. Yeah, and
Stratford made a deep run.
Yep. Yeah, Stratford went from worst to first in the Merriwood South this year in girls volleyball, and a lot of girls coming back for the Tigers on the volleyball court next year.
4th and 8 for the Eagles. 1:41 remaining in tonight's game. Stratford 40, Auburndale 7. Here's Anderson dropping straight back. Pass is intended in the end zone for Rab, is incomplete, and the Tigers are going to take over.
Rab, the intended receiver, ball.
And looks like the Tigers will advance to semifinal action next weekend in Chippewa Falls to take on Grantsburg.
Yeah, a lot of drooped heads here for Auburndale. Again, kudos to Auburndale on a historic season this year.
Just a couple years ago, they were playing 8-man football.
Yeah, and it just goes to Coach Jay Anderson, one of the best, one of the nicest guys you can meet.
Class act.
Yeah, absolutely, and all these Auburndale kids, just kudos on a great season.
Brady Berg, now the quarterback, throws a quick pass out to Colton Bright, and it's incomplete. Steve, I want to thank you for the job you did tonight. Fun working with you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you coming on last year or the year before. Years blend together, Dan. So thank you for coming on to Zaleski Sports, and hope Stratford is taking care of you well. And I mean, it's
been quite a run in 2 years.
Yeah, and going to Chippewa next week, and looking to punch another ticket to state has come to be had at Stratford.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Here's the handoff to Reed Miller. Spins away from one would-be tackler. Nice run by Reed.
Takes the handoff. Able to get.
There's times during the week when you're sitting at work and you say, oh, I got to do this again another Friday. It comes to Friday afternoon and I'm ready to go, and that's a true story.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, and again, being a football player in high school, 15 years or however long ago it was, practices are never fun. And like I'm assuming the kids are, you dread practice every week. But then you get to Friday morning, get to school on Friday morning, you're pumped up and ready to go.
That's been my Fridays for sure. Stratford going to take a knee here. 50 seconds remaining. Brady Berg takes a knee. Couple more, one more kneel down, and that'll be it. Garrett Short, Gavin Zolik, want to thank you for your job in the production room tonight. Been working with Gavin for 2 years now. He's a phenomenal job he does. I'm the rookie of the group. He's the veteran, and he's just a senior in high school. And there's your final kneel down, and that's going to be the final score. Stratford moves on to level 4 action, state semifinal next Friday night at Doré Field in Chippewa Falls against Grantsburg. Once again, congratulations to the Auburndale Eagles on a fine season. Coach Jay Anderson and his Eagle team, only 2 losses this year, 1 to Edgar and 1 to Stratford. Nothing to be ashamed of on the season like that. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. I'm going to run down and get our player of the game along with head coach Jason Tubbs. And when we come back, I'll be on the field. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Am I plugged into the right one? Yeah, good. All right. Welcome back to Auburndale as the Stratford Tigers pick up a level 3 win here tonight. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Dan Leonard's on the field, waiting Coach Tubbs and I think Jack Tubbs as well. It is our Nacefield Dairy postgame show. Nacefield Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nacefield Dairy in Marshfield Curtis or nacefieldairy.com. Stratford Tigers will take on Grantsburg next week. They were big winners over Cameron tonight. That game will be played at Doré Field in Chippewa next week at Chippewa Falls Senior High School. Edgar will take on, or if Edgar holds on and wins, they will take on the Bangor Cardinals, who took down Cashton tonight. A 17-12 win for Bangor. We'll have all those scores. Check out ZaleskiSports.com. Mike Wendler will have those ready for you momentarily once these games all wrap up. And Dan Leonard looking for Jack Tubbs, I believe, and he'll give us the thumbs up when he is ready to go here in just a quick moment. Then level 4 next week, Kaukauna and Wanakee, Stratford and Grantsburg, and we'll send it down to Kohler Kilty.
Stratford 40-7 victory over the Auburndale Eagles. Player of the game, Nasonville Dairy player of the game, Kohler Kilty. Kohler, I had you on officially for 24 carries, 197 some yards. Great running performance. It seemed like you were on a mission tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a school that's close to us, so there's some talk back and forth, but we wanted to play with our pads tonight, and got to thank the old linemen for opening up some big holes, and I just ran the ball and they opened up the holes.
We made the comment on the air numerous times tonight. You were running 5-6 yards downfield before you even be touched by any defenders. Your guys on the line were just coming off the ball and pushing them, giving you a lot of them room tonight to get some yards.
Yeah, definitely. Again, all credit to the O-linemen opening up the holes, making me look good. So, yeah, credit to them.
Big win for the Tigers, big win for the program. On to level 4 next week. Season continues.
Yeah, definitely. We just got to keep doing what we've been doing, and I think we should be good.
Congratulations on another great game. Good luck to you next week, and we'll see you against Grantsburg.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Thanks.
One more time.
All right. I'm Kohler Kilty, and I'm in the house.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Yep, that was going to be no matter what. Yeah.
All right, we're back here at Nasonville Dairy postgame coach. Jason Tubbs, 40-7 victory. It was pretty much a statement right from the beginning.
Yeah, our offensive line was firing right off the bat, getting a good push, giving Kohler and Gavin some creases. You know, they played tough, so a couple first downs were tough. But then, you know, Gavin got open, and then we made a nice, you know, play to get Kohler out in the open, and then it just kind of wore them down. And I would not want to tackle those two guys late in the game either.
Statement drive right off the bat, 9 minutes, 56 seconds, 83-yard drive. I was talking to Kohler as the player of the game tonight. He was 5-6 yards downfield before somebody was even putting a hand on him. What a job by the offensive line tonight.
Yeah, there was a couple times I thought you only get 2 yards, and then look up and it's like 2nd and 4, and you know, just so moving the pile, moving the change is what we like to do, especially in a type of field that we had to play on tonight. You know, I mean, we get it. It's 14 inches in 2 weeks. You know, it's never a great place to play football, but the weather turned out to be nice during the week, and our guys, I'm kind of glad that we got a chance to play. They wanted to play in the mud anyways.
So one thing that I mentioned in the pregame when we were getting ready for the game tonight is a little bit more dimensional this year with, you know, Kohler didn't have to carry a ball a lot very much early in the season. He's actually been the workhorse, you know, on the playoff run, but you have a lot of weapons, a lot of different choices you can go to on offense.
Yeah, I thought we distributed well. I know, like, Jet Shaner got in the end zone tonight, and, you know, Gavin had a big run and score, a nice long 80-yard runner plus, and Jack had a nice run and threw the ball well to Peyton Glenn, and Cole Tichy made a catch. So we're trying to get our playmakers the ball. It's just Coach Belter and the staff does a nice job of whatever they're going to give us is what we're going to try to take.
Jack did have a nice game tonight. I think I had him unofficially for 11 for 13 for close to 200 yards passing. You know, people say, well, a lot of those short passes aren't passes. The bottom line is you're getting the job done.
Yeah, and that's all that matters to him. He doesn't care as long as you keep winning.
So next week it's Grantsburg, Chippewa Falls. The run keeps going. How do you keep the kids motivated and keep them going at this time of the year?
They love it. They are excited about it. That's good to see. We get to play another rematch game from last year. We know they're a talented team, and you know, like to think that we're a talented team and has gone through a pretty good conference and schedule as well. So should be a lot of fun there in Chippewa. Last time I was there, Cal got thrown out of the game, so we got to see how that goes.
Congratulations on the big win, Coach, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the coverage.
Thanks a lot. Probably be my last game ever.
You done?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Well, you're doing a good job. No.